Hello.
Fuck you. That was good, James.
Thanks very much. I used the John method. What I did was when it goes, I was like, oh, now click, and that works. That works well.
Him there. You were
really
in
did.
super early.
Yeah. I was so busy because I wrote. I was so busy. I laughed at my own joke, and then I was late because in chat we went live, and I put on. I meant to put on time, but I wrote one time. So I wrote one time, then on time, and then I'm not a Fuji. That I made myself laugh. So I was seconds behind, laughing at one time.
So you've done that. You've let yourself down, though, John. You've let yourself down.
I have. Never laugh at your own joke. It's terrible.
Never mind. Hello and good evening and welcome to show number 138 of the Ideal Home Show. It's good to be here. Thanks very much, John. Thanks very much. Good to be here. What's on tonight's show? Oh, on tonight's show we have got some and some
I'm looking forward to it, man.
we've got other stuff as well. Stuff that isn't just random noises coming out of people's mouths, unless of course you think that words are random noises coming out of people's mouths that we've all just kind of decided, well, that random noise is going to mean vaping or whatever. So yeah, that's what we've got. So on tonight's show we have got squonking guaranteed stuff. We have got news and views. We have got a showcase of mods from the mod maker.
There's beer.
There's always beer. Isn't summer just the time of beer? Isn't summer that it seems as though the alcoholic intake of the group?
Wonderful.
I haven't stopped drinking recently. It's just drinking all the time.
Isn't it crazy?
I'm fed up with it.
Goes together well. And we're going to have some travavavavavavavas. I've got an awesome travavavavavavava tonight. The quality is high in the travavavavava camp. So that's show number 138. We've got no Rich this evening. Rich is currently watching. He's watching the World Cup. That's why he's not here. He's nothing to do with football. He's got a cup with the planet Earth on, filled with coffee. He's sitting there, just watching the world. He's watching that instead of being on the show. I've no idea why. But yeah, that's the lowdown on the showdown on this evening's show. Show number 138, which has got an awesome title. Did you notice the title? The title was good. John came up with that. It was good. I like that a lot. So that is that
English optimism as it slowly builds.
It has been. I noticed. That because it is a World Cup related show title. I noticed that in the last week and a half or so, people are it's coming home. Good on you.
We've got to be optimistic. There's not a team that's really playing really well, so we got a chance.
By that you mean all the competition has been knocked out?
The fucking only person who really gets on with football isn't on the fucking show. So we talk about fucking football. That football is fucking boring. I don't want to see another plastic £1 fucking flag. Fuck it. Can't wait till we get out. It'd be piss funny.
It'd be gutting.
Not for me. Don't give a fuck. I haven't watched 2 seconds of it.
I love the World Cup. I always follow the World Cup.
I've still not yet to see a football match in the World Cup this way. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's really good. Running, kicking, yay, goal! I'm sure it's brilliant. I'm sure it's really, really good. Yeah, I'm sure it's
right up your street.
You know what it is? I used to love Badale and Skinner. Does that count as being a football fan?
Yeah, I think so.
Probably not. 22. Is it 22 year for that song? Something like that. 20 year this year.
Yeah.
22. Yeah. No. 98, wasn't it? It was it 98?
20 year.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think 98. Yeah, I think so.
All I remember is, I don't remember the years. I remember Italian 90 because it had such a nice ring to it. Italian 90. Oh, Italian 90. I don't know why that seems to stick in my head. So yes, anyway.
Squonking. Well, it is.
Yes, let's move on to the evening's good stuff. Should we do that? Yes, let's. 90 minutes. 90. We've got 84 minutes left. 84 minutes left of awesome stuff. Okay, let's go over to you, Brad. Brad.
Gorgeous.
How's your week been, Brad? What are you vaping on? What are you drinking on? What did you have for your lunch today? And okay, sport. We're talking about football. If you could be super duper awesome at one sport,
that's good.
Not necessarily for financial reasons, because obviously you go, "Oh, I'll be a footballer, I'm very rich." Just if you want to be super duper good at one sport, what sport would it be?
Okay, cool. Thank you. I've had a fabulous week. I've been absolutely melting in a suit in the London summer. The tube is not fit for human. Excuse me. The tube is not fit for humans at the moment. I was trapped on the circle line, the central line, for 30 minutes. And I'm pretty sure I lost brain cells that I'm currently refueling.
What's the current smell like?
Well, I can't smell anyone else over the smell that I'm generating. So I'm, at the moment, the poor smell on the tube.
Oh, okay. That's not bad, actually. You're the guy.
I can smell me, and I can live with my stench.
It's when it's rush hour and everyone's having to stand up and they got their arm up, holding up. Full BO and beer smell after 5 o'clock. I mean, rush
I
hour.
remember being about 8 or 9 being on the tube, and
Today,
it's just face into armpit, just like there, kind of go.
It's very inconsiderate, that up the arm thing. Why isn't it down the arm thing? Why can't they have down the
I
arm
felt
thing?
too guilty tonight on the way home to lift my arm. So I was leaning up against the door, holding the door. I am vaping on a phobic, just to be different, because I actually haven't gotten around to using my own mods in a while. And I've got the Solo and a mystery juice I found in the drawer.
Pretty good.
And I have no idea how long it's been sitting there, but I suspect it's black box churro.
Onyx
churro. People know what I mean, not what I'm actually saying. And still vaping on my baby NES with the fluid mods, RDA.
So you're actually dripping into that, Atty, then?
I am. I want a regulated squonker, and my plan is to build myself one. But I just find at 0.9 ohms, like I'm just not happy with the feel on a mech.
No, it's not enough beans there, is there, for that?
Yeah. So my plan is at some stage to find some time to build a regulated squonker, but that hasn't happened yet. So for now, I'm dripping. What is this blue thing? Element Fresh Squeeze.
Ah.
Yeah.
Got a lot of
20. I'm building up to the John level nicotine allowance.
Do it, man. Brilliant.
And I am drinking on the Salty Kiss.
Oh.
Yeah.
That.
It's a gooseberry goose.
Oh.
Sounds like a sexual practice.
It does sound a little bit sexual, but I think that's all part of the marketing.
Sex sells.
And I have completely forgotten what the question was.
If you could be super awesome at one sport, what sport would it be?
I'm going to go west of the moon with this one, only because if I was better at it, I would have broken less bones. So I'm going to say street luge. If I could have been fucking awesome at it, I never would have crashed into Armca barriers, pavements, trees, cars in my past, and I would be able to stand up out of bed without creaking and making all sorts of old man noises.
Street luge, that's like that's sledging on wheels, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a modified steel skateboard that you lie down on and try to go as fast as you can down a mountain road.
That's it. That's the hand out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that noise whenever I've seen a street luge like video. There's always a lot of
all the videos that people make, they never bother editing out the wind noise.
That's wind noise. I thought you had you're not making that noise as you go down the street.
No, that's wind noise. On a street luge, you're doing between 60 and 120 k's an hour. So
that's crazy, that man, isn't it? Absolutely crazy.
Which is why I broke so many bloody bones.
All yours as well, that's the worst bones to break. Your own.
Exactly. I don't mind breaking other people's bones.
You'd feel guilty for a bit till they'd gone.
You got to pay tax.
Oh,
come back, Brad.
Am I back?
Yes.
Sorry, I faded off there. I'm going to turn this one around and throw it right back to James. To be. No, I can't throw it to James because then he can't ask someone again.
That's right.
Sorry.
Yeah, I could come up with a new question. I'm good.
I'm going to throw it at Rickles. How's your week been, darling? What are you vaping on, drinking on? And if you could have any job in the world, what would it be?
Oh, he's had that.
Has he had that?
He's had that. He chose his own job.
I think I would choose my own job again. Yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do.
He's done that.
Okay. Keep talking. I'm going to throw this. I'm making a new rule. I'm not allowed to ask questions.
I'll forget the question anyway, so you have to ask me again. So I have a think.
Chat, come up with a question. I'm going to pick my favourite to ask Rickles.
How's my week been? Week's been good. Been really good. Been productive this week. Lots of things at work that I've designed in the past and are getting prototypes are starting to trickle in now. So been really good. Good week this week. Some new bits and bobs coming along. Drinking on beer in the style of Elvis.
Oh, I do like that. That's one of my favourites.
Yeah, it is. I do actually think it's my favourite Brewdog beer. I think the Elvis juice.
It's nice.
It's nice. I mean, you get these other IPAs that have got like a citrus note, and I don't like them. They overdo it. That's just a subtle little freshness from the grapefruit on there. Very, 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 very nice. Right, I've got usual Squonker parallel with a goon on top. It's got my new 510 in it prototype. Way off yet. Voodoo brewing that as usual. I've got my abstract mod from Mr. Mike Dacus. But he took it back because I've got a new board coming along called the ClickFet, which is a 5-click on-off LED little ClickFetty board. And he took my mod, he made it a bit smaller, he stuck the board in it and sent it back. And I've been using that all week.
Nice. When are those available, Rick?
Tomorrow they will be.
Oh, they'll be available tomorrow, and then they'll be gone, and then I'll have to wait.
I've got quite a lot of stock. They should be all right for a little while. So yeah, I'm vaping on my blackcurrant 6 milligram juice on a Derringer, my lovely abstract mod.
Gorgeous.
Nearly there, look at me.
Ah, my eyes, my beautiful eyes.
Finally, I got busy in the shed last week, and I made a mod with something else I've got coming. It's due any time. It's the SX485J board. That's very cool. And I made a little mod with a Scott Bonner block and one of those boards to test it out, see what it's like. So I did a 2700 battery tube in there, and I've got the saver on top of that with Dem 2 in it.
Nice.
Lovely.
Nice little minty tobacco. It's a little bit less tobacco-y than that one, which suits me, I think, having had both now. So yeah, liking that board, really good. Everyone's gonna like these boards. It's really nice. Screen on it's amazingly bright. I can't believe how bright it is. Full sunlight with the light on, with the screen on, you see it perfectly. It's it just really, I don't know if it's different to the DNA board or not, but it's very bright. What other questions?
Well, my favorite one from chat.
Oh, you got a question yet?
Yeah. What is Rick's favorite fish?
Okay. Favorite fish? Pretty boring when it comes to fish, but I'm not. I've tried lots of fish. It depends, doesn't it, on in the circumstances. I quite like a bit of tuna or swordfish. Don't have it very often. I like a bit of halibut. I
like
that we go straight for food.
Honestly, that's going in that's just going in my new sexy bit of my brain. Rick saying the word halibut.
I was just going to say, I only like halibut if it's good enough for Jehovah.
Rick going, I like a bit of halibut.
I do like a bit of halibut. I like a bit of sea bass as well, though.
That's good. Good,
but do you know what? What I have most often is cod. I like cod.
Yeah.
I like a lovely bit of cod, whether it's in batter from the chip shop or on its own pan fried. Lovely. But actually, something else, fish I massively underrated that we don't eat enough of, and that is a nice bit of fresh mackerel. Every time I go to Cornwall, they have trust boxes from the fishermen. They just leave them on the step for a few hours, and they've got whole mackerel in there, and you pay what you want for them. So you take a few mackerel out, fillet them, bone them, pan fry them. Lovely. Mackerel doesn't have to be
fresh. They've got they're awful. The next day they're fucking dreadful, but fresh they're great.
Oh yeah, fresh. That's what they come off the boat. They stick them. They sell them to you for £1 a fish, and you can't beat the taste of mackerel. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do like a few bits of fish.
Nice.
That's my fish. John, how's your week been? What are you vaping on? What are you drinking? What did you have for breakfast? And question: what sport would be the funniest sport if a mandatory amount of alcohol was required to be consumed by the people playing it?
Okay. Good. It's been a good week. It is. There you go, sorted. It's been a good week. It's fucking hot, isn't it? I do really like it. As I said at the weekend, fuck people moaning about it being hot. I really, really like it. So yeah, it's been nice. I think that's it. That's the week. Yeah, good. I'm drinking. I just had a go ship, so I'm drinking a proper job from St Austell, which is that's fantastic beer. What had for breakfast? I had a piece of toast. It was a crap. Sorry, I just had a piece of toast. Nothing on it.
Some butter though.
Bit of butter. That was it.
You don't need anything else than butter.
No, done. That's boring, isn't it? What a shitty answer.
It can be. If the butter melts too much, it can be a bit crap.
Oh yeah, I don't like that.
If you let it go a little bit cooler, the toast, and the butter's still got some solid to it, it's
it's good. That's good.
Disagree completely. I like the mushy bit in the middle. I can go mushy. That's I like. But I'm not mad. I don't go over the board with the butter. But I like it to melt in. I like it to melt in. That's all I'm saying. I'm just jumping in there. Sorry, John.
You're okay. That's fine. I like it. What I like is if it goes a bit soggy in the middle with it where it's melted, but on the around the outside, it's not so melted. I'm happier.
Perfect.
Toast is good. I remember one time when I was a youngster, me and a mate of mine had been out for a few beers, a lot of beers, in my youth, a lot of beers, and I was stopping at his house, and we literally, I think we were playing PlayStation or whatever. Literally took the toaster up to the PlayStation room, wherever that was upstairs, and toaster and a loaf of bread, and just loaded it up, kept loading it up, and we just went through a whole loaf of bread.
Me and a mate did that as well once. Whole loaf of bread. For some reason we were a bit hungry. In my whole loaf of bread. Just made the whole lot toast and marmite. whole load.
It's all, isn't it awesome? Isn't it? It's such a simple thing. Such a simple
I've
thing.
never done that.
Sorry, John. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Yes, that was breakfast. What am I vaping on? I have got the Black Saver on top of the Joytech Evo Pro, whatever it is, Evic Mini. That's it, isn't it?
All right.
I don't know. I'm not very good at remembering these. Yeah, let's say it's that. Let's say it's that. No, I don't know. Richard's not here. It's that one with the little curvy screen on it. That's got 45 milligram cactus punch in it. Still loving that. He's got a Silver Saver as well, and in the Silver Saver is same as Brad. Actually, it's Onyx from Black Box Liquids, wide open this time. That is the RX75. I didn't actually read it. I just made it look like I couldn't because it's rubbed off. Yeah, that's nice.
Can I just say while you're having a talk there, John, both in the Black Saver and the Silver Saver, they both sound like they could be new series from Netflix. The Black Savior and the Silver Savior.
Saver.
I know. You want to get onto them Netflix people. They're picking up a lot of series. You should write a little thing. Oh, the Black Savior. Oh, he comes. The Silver Savior. Could let the Silver Server. Netflix.
I haven't got nothing to watch on Netflix at the moment. Nothing. What have we got? I've got the Switch Fet mod from Abstract Mods, Mr. Mike Dacus. On top of that, I've got the Dead Rabbit, and in that I have got, what have I got in there? Oh my god, I've got a Danish pastry with honey and cinnamon, Danish pastry from On Point e-liquids, the new guessable one from Just Nick. That's very nice. If I do that too much in this tiny room, I will disappear. This is probably good. People will probably ask for that. What was the question? Sorry, I always remember and I've lost it.
Question was what sport would be the funniest if everybody playing that sport had to have had a certain amount of alcohol?
Oh, I think it would be not what. Oh fuck that is. Oh no, I've got it. Speed skating.
That'd be quite good, wouldn't it? Yeah, I reckon.
Got an 8-point minimum.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Golf would be quite a bit fun.
But it's too long because it's 18 holes. So you want it over fairly fast, and I think speed skating just would be great. Just kind of the gun goes off, everyone will just fall over.
Boxing would be quite funny, wouldn't it?
Oh, that Jim Corner, is it called Jim Corner? The horsey thing?
Horse one.
Horse Snooker would be pretty funny, wouldn't it?
They used to be pissed though, didn't they?
Alex used to be, didn't he? God, yeah. Alex and Jimmy White.
Oh, do you remember when they used to have carton of cigarettes next to them?
Yeah, oh yeah. They say
basically like one off the other and do like 200 embassy in the first 4 frames. I don't really
be a fair option.
Go for it.
It would make for a couple of bounces.
What would that be?
A mandatory amount of alcohol consumed while skydiving.
Oh, that's not. Oh, but is that a sport?
I
just got one to make it worse.
It's as much as.
What about something like motorcycling?
I just thought, but I think I've got an all-encompassing one now. What about the ski jump?
Yeah, that'd be good.
That'd be fucking immense. Just at the top, going like, just contemplating it.
Monster trucks,
and then just hearing that sound, and they go, "Oh, fuck it."
Awesome. Or figure skating would be quite funny, wouldn't it, as well?
Yeah.
The alcohol would make every sport a bit better, wouldn't it?
Definitely. I always think, there's that joke. There's quite a few comedians have done it, but I agree. Rather than banning performance drugs, they should just let everyone do it. being wicked. 100 meters in 6 seconds.
Heart attack at the end.
Fucking discus. You'd have to have the front row in crash helmets in the stadium. It's coming. It's totally true, isn't it? I mean, you know, my dad has these like great statements, and it's totally true. The women's Olympic records, I kind of feel bad for them because if you watch the field sports, they never ever come close. And the reason they don't is because all through the 80s, the entire Russian team were basically genetically men, and they were so fucked up on steroids. There was no way. There's no way anyone's ever going to throw a shot put that far. It's just not possible. If you go back to the 80s and they go, oh, here she is. She's 24 for a Russian Olympian. And just kind of walks on and goes, yeah, oh, fucking hell. Forget it. No one's fucking going to chat that. James, how has your week been? What did you have for lunch? Or what are you vaping on? What are you drinking on? Yeah, that's that. And if choose one piece of clothing you either own now, this is kind of centering around the gorgeous shirt from this evening, but you can have one piece of clothing that you want to keep forever. It can be something you've owned in the past or something you own now, but that's the number one piece of clothing. It's not the only bit. Don't worry, you don't only get like just a t-shirt. It's just a bit you can keep it forever.
Good question. Good question. Thanks very much, John. Thanks very much. My week has been awesome. It's been a good week. It's been busy. I have been doing manual labour, which I don't normally do much manual labour, but I have been working in my loft trying to do some stuff, some things, and some soldering and some drilling, and it's been like 40 degrees in my loft. It's been crazy. So I've been doing that, and that's been, doing manly pursuits. I enjoy doing manly pursuits. I feel manly after I've done manly pursuits, like manually making things and fixing things. So I quite enjoy it. So that's what I've been doing. That's kind of been filling me spare time. Although I have been just absolutely sweating. It must have been 40 degrees up there on Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. So that was good. If you want to lose a stone. I've done that. I've been watching a bit of telly. I have been at season 2 of Glow with Mark Maron. Came on to Netflix this week or whatever it was last week, and we hammered that. That was brilliant. The first season was brilliant. This season's been brilliant. Very funny. Enjoyed that a lot. And then yesterday we started a thing called, it's an older thing, it's on Amazon, it's called Goliath with Billy Bob Thornton. I watched a couple of episodes of that last night, and that has been, the first one I was like, this is pretty good, yeah. By the second one I was like, whoa, I could just start one night and watch this. This is absolutely superb.
Good like Billy Bob. He's good.
Yeah, and he's good in that. He's pretty much good in everything. He's
Fargo, he's fucking amazing in Fargo.
I like him a lot. And have you seen Goliath? Goliath is good.
I've got Amazon, but I've not seen Goliath.
No, never heard of it.
I mean, I hadn't. It gets me like 8 points because I always check IMDb for these things. I'm a bit, what does it get? And I know it's not always accurate. And I check Rotten Tomatoes. I check out IMDb, but it gets me like 8.3 on IMDb. There's a couple of seasons on Amazon. And like I say, first episode, I was like, seems pretty good. I'll watch another one. By the end of the second one, I was just like, like I say, it hooks you in. It's good. It's really good. So I've been doing that this week. That's kind of me telly and what I've been filling my spare time in. What am I drinking? I am drinking on a Rick and Morty backer, as I always am at this time of night, in my lovely glass. Cheers, cha-ching.
Oh, sorry, Rick. Yay!
Oh, poor Rick does have one, but it's went. It's went somewhere else. It's went somewhere. There's a story. We're not going into the story. It's gone somewhere else.
Simon.
Yeah. Very lovely. He did send it. It's very nice of him.
So I'm drinking on that. For my lunch, I had a shawarma again. I had a shawarma last week. I had a shawarma this week. The boy we've been putting him into school for his lunch on a Thursday, just because he's going to be full time next year in September. So we're kind of like doing a slow integration to get him used to being there all day, kind of stopping for his lunch. and he enjoys it. He enjoys it a lot. So I dropped him off early, and I come back, and shawarma was on the way, so I popped in there. But this time I got a wrap. I didn't get a salmon, I got a wrap, and it was the biggest shawarma I've ever had. It was like this. You remember these are £2.50?
Never even had.
I know.
And they're £2.50.
£2.50. It's two
fucking arsehole.
It's £2.50 for one meat, or £3 for both meats. But it's a lunchtime thing, so I try not to have the lamb on a lunchtime because it's quite fatty lamb, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I have the chicken one because I think it's like a healthy option. It's a shawarma. It's a healthy
and it's in a wrap or in a naan.
But it's like a naan, but it's not.
Oh man, that's fucking bullshit.
Or the bread is like this triangular bread, and they split the top, and it's like this sweet bread. It's all cooked. They'll cook it all in a tandoori oven there, and sometimes when you're in there, they're actually cooking them in the tandoori oven there, and then.
Cook is my new favorite word to hear you say.
Cook.
Cook.
I didn't realize that was the thing. Oh, okay,
so
that's right. So, and they do this thing. There's this sauce. I don't know what the sauce is. It's this pot of yellow stuff, and they just spoon it on with a spoon. It's really thin, but it's delicious.
You're such a wanker. I get nothing. It's Tesco at the end of the road. That's it.
I mean, here's the thing. It's not at the end of my street. It's the end of the next street, but it's like 200 meters from here. The next street up, on one side is a pub. What's got a it's got a fire pit grill sort of thing, and so from that side you smell the meat charcoal grilling. On the left hand side this is one shawarma. On the left hand side, all of them houses. All got beautiful gardens. They got the smell of the flowers. And then you get to about 3/4 of the way down, and you smell shawarma. It is the most fragrant street in Sunderland. I've got to tell you, it is, and it's really difficult not to walk up that street and either go and buy meat, buy a bunch of flowers, or buy a shawarma. It's a constant struggle every single day to either. Have a house
£2.50 though.
£2.50. Isn't it? I've got no idea how they're making money on that, but they've been open like 4 years or whatever. I remember they opened up, and then like 3 weeks later, I watched the Avengers thing where the cutscene at the end is them all having shawarma at the back. I was like, shawarma's the new thing. Look, Iron Man's having a motherfucking shawarma. Blew me mind. I was like, shawarma's the new thing. Sorry about the language there. So I had shawarma for my lunch. Moving swiftly on.
Language is fine. Just don't say cunt.
I'll try. I don't do that. I won't do that. I'm vaping on, same as always. I know we're trying to have a short show. We're at. We've got around 57 minutes left. 57 minutes left. I am vaping on the abstract. Not the abstract. I'm vaping. Sorry, Mike. I'm vaping on the Infinity Mods 356 with a Vita V2 and a whistle on top. And in there is, as always, tobacco crunch from concentrate. I've also got the Shadow with a Viper X and a whistle on top. And in there is still working my way through it. Custard cream by Spectrum Vaping. I've got other things on the go.
Spectrum Vaping come to Vape Fest.
Are they coming to Vape Fest?
Pretty sure.
Awesome. Sean, you should have mentioned that. I'll see you there. I don't know why I'm looking at my iPad there. I don't know why I'm looking at it. Sean, why didn't you say that before?
I'm pretty sure somebody, I'm sure one of the committee are in chat, but I'm pretty sure Spectrum are at Vegas. I'll double check. Keep going.
Brilliant. And one piece of clothing, you know, I do enjoy clothing. I tell you what,
it can be. Oh, I might just go and just trying to give you an idea what the question. Okay. I had a white, like a cream drawstring top in about 1994. It was like loopy on the outside, if that makes sense. Very nice to touch. Very nice. It was a creamy.
I did get.
I looked a little bit like Jesus. I fucking love that top. I'd have it back straight away. No one else liked it. I fucking loved it.
Okay. The thing that comes to mind is, I've been foolish in the past and spent money on clothes. But when I was around about, I don't know, 18 or 19, we had a shop in Sunderland called XIV. And from there, I bought a Destroy top. And I adored that. It was long sleeved, but then long sleeve kind of went out of fashion. I got it made into a short sleeve t-shirt because I loved it so much. And and eventually, it didn't last forever. As things were, I give it a charity shop, whatever. And at this time, I was earning very, very little with a part-time job or whatever. It was about 3 or 4 weeks' wages I paid for this top, and I adored it. I absolutely adored it. And so that was a destroy top I had back in 1993 or 94, and
to put our demographic at, I've forgotten the fucking word I was going to use, but in 1993,
you were born.
I was 8 years old.
Awesome. You went shopping at XIV then.
No. Are we making you feel old yet, James?
I was smoking.
I'm not. I mean, I have had other bits of things. Whenever there's always a time I've got a favorite pair of jeans, but you wear them and they kind of drop to bits. And
it's always a sad day when your favorite pair of jeans dies,
isn't it? Isn't it really? So yeah, I'm going to go for that destroy top. That was probably my favorite bit of clothing that comes to mind anyway. I think that's me done. Is that me done? Oh, don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're on track for
37 minutes.
For news. Magic. Okay, news. John, I know for a fine, well fact, my friend, that you've got some very tasty news coming up. Let us know all about it.
I have. Okie dokie. Let me just expand the page. I already opened the fucking thing. What is this thing about accept the fucking cookies? I'm going to accept them, mate, because otherwise I can't fucking open the page. Piece of shit. Right.
Blame the Germans, John.
GDRP, GDPR.
Load of shit. Right, we are on. First thing is a story from the brilliant. Well, it's better than it used to be. The Mirror is what I'm going to say. From the 3rd of July, so just 2 days ago. I used to hate the Mirror because Piers Morgan worked there, but then he hacked everyone's phones and made up a load of shit, and now he's on morning TV, so I don't have to watch that. Fucking wasted jizz. Right, the Mirror. Oh, good. They've got a pride flag. Like, we all need to know that. So a comedian said this the other day. I'm going to go off on a tangent, but a comedian said this the other day. You know this thing now where you kind of have to you buy things with technicolor rainbow flags on them, right? So you have to tell people you're not homophobic. Surely that's the default setting.
I saw that thing.
But surely homophobes should have to have a fucking bright green one, because it doesn't make any sense. The fucking default setting is not a homophobe, isn't it? The default setting is not a racist. You don't need to tell people. You tell people if you're a fucking racist or a homophobe. It's fucking stupid. Anyway. Thank you, Mirror, for constantly doing that. They support Labour now, so I like them. Rise of vaping has helped 1.6 million smokers kick the habit. I thought the door was going to go in. Rise of vaping has helped 1.6 million smokers kick the habit. I thought that was quite a good thing. I think they've underestimated it, but that's fine. Figures show 6.1 million, or 15% of adults in the UK, used tobacco in 2017, down from 7.7 million. Or 20% in 2011. I thought it was quite good. Vaping has helped slash smoker numbers by 1.6 million in 6 years. Figures. There are now 2.8 million vapers, after 5.5% of adults said they used an e-cig in 2017, up 3.7% from when records started in 2014. And then it just says smoking is more common in poorer areas, but I think it's positive, and it's in the national media, and I think it's quite a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah,
as I say, I think it's vastly underestimated. I think there's a lot more vapors than that, but that's okay. Next thing I'd got, this was from Better Retailing. Do you know what? I quite like this because they'd actually held a mirror against themselves. As I said, it's from a website called Better Retailing, and it said kind of a little win for independence in vaping, which is the big boys in wholesale fucked up. Best Way boss. Wholesalers lost out completely on vaping. Wholesalers failed to match consumer demand on key trend categories such as vaping and protein. I assume that's that powdered shit that people take. According to Best Way MD Martin Race. Speaking at the Federation of Wholesale Distributors annual conference, Race said that the wholesale industry has been slow to react and has paid the price as a result. But I actually just, all I took this as was quite good, because we've in the UK there's been a keeping, and we're talking about high street retailers here, keeping them on the back foot the whole time. And I think at the moment the momentum's still there, and I think as you said before, moving in the industry is vitally important for that reason, that you keep big tobacco and retailers like Tesco's and like away for the market. I know there's an argument to say that, you know, as many people can get started vaping. I totally agree. They can start vaping on their old-fashioned crap, and then come and see people in bricks and mortar stores who can move them on to better stuff. So I just thought it was a bit of good news, really. The article I really wanted, but I didn't want to pay past the paywall, was that the largest vaping, the most valuable vaping company in the world at the moment is estimated to be Juul in the US, which is, I think it's got a market estimation of 13.6 billion.
Yeah, I saw that as well. It's crazy, isn't it? It's a crazy amount of money.
They say there's no such thing as bad publicity, but there is, because they're kicking their legs away by changing these regulations. And I know quite a few people are excited about the Juul coming to the UK, but I've got to say, I wouldn't be excited. It is trendy, but that doesn't mean it's good. It's not good. It's a silicon. It's got a 2 mil bit of silica through some nichrome. It's not very good. It's a C5, just smaller. Don't bother. I really wouldn't bother. There's a lot better on the market. Buy that instead. The Edge is better. Sorry, the Breeze is what I was thinking of. The Breeze and the Breeze 2 are way better. The coils are better. It's cheaper. Get one of them instead. Next up in the news in bullshit is next. This is quite a good one. The news in bullshit. This was from the Daily Mail Australia. Daily Mail New Zealand. I quite liked the Mail Online today. Thursday the 5th. This is today. Got it. Let me just accept the cookies because I fucking love cookies. Okay, nanny state strikes again. Smokers trying to kick the habit could face a $550 fine. Cigarette smokers trying to quit with the help of an e-cig could face a $550 fine. A new anti-e-cigarette law introduced in New South Wales in July will ban anyone from using an electronic device in a public place. Electronic device, like a mobile electronic cigarette, I assume. Anyone caught breaking the law by the police could be handed the hefty fine. Similar laws regarding tobacco smoking were put into place across the state on July 1st. Critics of the law have claimed it could derail smokers trying to kick the habit by supplementing tobacco with an e-cig. E-cig users could be forced back into smoking areas where they are at a higher risk of relapsing. Now, we've spoken about this in the show in the past about having an awareness of where you're vaping. So, yeah, don't vape in the middle of Tesco. Whether the law is there or not is private property. Don't do that. Don't vape on trains. Don't vape on planes.
There was a toss bag. Sorry to interrupt you there, John.
It's all right. Okay.
There was a toss bag on the platform at Southfield when I got off this evening on my way home. Vaping on the platform, and not the sneaky little quiet hold your breath and let it out. Fucking chucking clouds. It was obviously just come from the tennis. As pissed as a coot. And vaping away. I saw the station staff going up to have a chat to him and just thought, I don't want to be that staff member telling him not to tell that drunkard not to vape. Like, have some manners.
But why not just give them? I do think just give them on the spot. Just give them a fine of 100 quid.
Yeah,
Just
straight up.
Just fuck it. They won't do it again. The thing
But they can't do that, can they?
you can.
They can't because it's private, isn't it? It's someone comes up and says you owe us 100 quid. You're not going to say fuck off. I don't.
All right then, get them to leave the station.
Yeah, they can do that.
Private property. Get them to leave the station. Remove them from the train. Do something. It's stupid. Because the thing is, you just get these wankers saying, yeah, well, right, yeah, because you can vote. There's no law. You think, well, no, there's not. It's reasonable though.
Yeah. Kick him out the station and make him walk home.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
be a sobering experience.
It's like this thing. Have you seen there's been a thing recently, I know, going off, not like me to go off the topic, but stag do's forcing planes to land. And then a couple of people have been told they can't fly with that airline again. Fuck it, just shred their passport. I have no idea. Don't let them out. This fucking ridiculous. It's not right. It's a privilege. Just shred it. I don't understand what they're doing. If you go on a plane with your mates and you're so disruptive and violent and twatty that the plane is forced to land, you can't fly again. That'll do. Just me.
They need to fine them massively because the amount of money they have to pay for being late or landing somewhere else is ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And but not just that.
If you just they had to pay the costs to the airline, that would be a
bankruptcy.
Warning.
I just think it's ridiculous that to have this. And the other thing is, think of the other poor bastards on that plane. Just want to go on holiday, and there's people on the flight. I'm spoken about it before. I'm not very good at flying. I get very, very nervous, and the idea of flying and landing and then taking off again, I probably wouldn't. If you were forced to land in, like if you were going, I don't know, you're going to Malaga, but you were forced to land in Paris, I'd just get off the plane. I wouldn't take off again.
Paris is nice though.
Yeah, exactly. But it doesn't matter to me. But I think it's just the unbelievable selfish, deep, twatty thing. That's just me. That's nothing to do with vaping. But anyway, yeah, New South Wales. I don't agree with that because you're outside. You know, it's a public. If it's a public space, a park, it's fucking mental. Why are you being done for that? It's not passive smoking. That's just bullshit. I don't understand that. No. Just me being a moody bastard. Vape Fest. We are. Well, it's 28 days on Saturday, or 4 weeks until
4 weeks.
4 weeks, whatever. Like we're 28 days tomorrow, really. For a lot of people who'll be turning up on the Friday.
Friday Vape Fest. Friday
Vape Fest. If
don't tell everybody about the Friday. The Friday is awesome. Don't tell everybody. Don't tell nobody about the Friday. Friday.
Friday, a lot of vendors, like, I mean, we'll be unpacking. Just that Nick will be unpacking and putting up the marquee and stuff, and leaving the stock on the van because we're not that dumb. I'm just trying to think of some things you could be doing now. If you're not considering it yet, you're not sure what to do, please have a look around and chat to people and consider it and get a hotel booked or an Airbnb or whatever the fuck. But get your ass to Shrewsbury. It is the best vape meetup of the year by a mile. It's great fun.
Yeah, great.
Really
can't wait. Look forward to it.
Yep.
Me being a seasoned professional and have been to no other vape meets other than Vape Fest last year, I can categorically say it is the best vape meet. I've got files and reams of evidence to say that it is the best vape meet. It is, isn't it? Oh, but it is. Is it not? Tell us it's not.
No, you're right, James. And you can say that because you are so elitist. You're even elitist about the festivals you're willing to attend. And
that's right. I don't go to indoors. Keep your indoor events.
I went to. I did. So I went. So I think Rick did as well. I think we hit. We were Jam Expo, Vape Fest, Expo, the return, and for me, it's Vape Fest. Vape
Yeah,
Fest is
very
is the
completely.
way to be. There's so many highlights. There's like
It's just very different, isn't it? It's not an expo. It's not a convention.
Friday night with your mates, Saturday night at Vape Fest, Saturday day at Vape Fest. Basically on it from like 11 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock, shit shave and a shower, back out again, bit of food, bit of drink. Sunday, back to Vape Fest, did the whole day. Went back, I think we had a bit of a nap. Then I went back out Sunday evening, met up with the Rickster and Mrs. Rickster and Junior Rickster and Junior Rickster. Had a bit of fish and chips. It was awesome. So definitely my favourite fest.
I'm not actually staying on this. I'll be leaving earlier this time.
That's fine.
Would have left on a Tuesday, didn't I? I think last time.
Yeah, I think so. They leaving Sunday this time.
No, we'll leave Monday morning.
Ah, sorry then. Still, Rick, fish and chips.
Sunday?
You're up.
Quite possibly.
All right, sorted. You've seen it live. Yeah, but I just want to say,
fish and chips. You and I, we'll go for our own private fish and chip.
If you're not sure, the build-ups is going to begin in earnest next week, and it just is because it always does every year. Rich has just said I'll be calling the raffle on Saturday afternoon off the balcony, hopefully. I'm doing it my usual way, which is just being horrible to everybody who wins because I just enjoy doing that. I can't even think about it. It's drinking with your friends and having a laugh with your mates or people you've spoken to online but never met before in person for 48 hours in a pristine market town, which makes it even more random.
It is beautiful, isn't Shrewsbury? I mean,
it's so pretty.
I took an hour, maybe it was an hour and a half, 2 hours at the first one, just to have I broke off from everybody and I just went for a wander by myself in Shrewsbury. Have a look at the shops, check out the town. There's a little market. There's all sorts of cool things there, and you know what? That really came in handy over the weekend. Not just had I seen all of Shrewsbury, but also I knew where things were. I knew where I was, and I knew how to get to places. And you know what? People who've been there, like, oh, this is my 5th Vape Fest, but I've got no idea how to get the Premier in. It's like
follow the river.
don't just go and drink all day. I mean, it's good drinking all day. It's brilliant. But honestly, Shrewsbury is a really. I would go on holiday to Shrewsbury and spend a weekend there without any Vape Fest. It's like a cross between Durham and York, which maybe doesn't mean anything to you southern people, but two beautiful towns. It's lovely. It's really lovely. Hilly.
We're gonna have to move on to hit this half 10. And James, what's in the news?
Okay, I've got what I've got tonight is potentially a super duper awesome combo of an natty and a mod, which are the mod is you're going to get first look at the Vape Fest. This is from Chris Scott McKenzie. You've got some photos there for us, Rick. I have got half dozen photos or so of this. This is the new one from Chris Scott McKenzie. Sorry, Chris. This is the Keo Nano. So this is a smaller version of the original Keo. I'll just grab my Keo.
Chris Scott McKenzie.
So this I mean this is his prototype. This is an Alamide version here.
Chris, but that keyboard in the background needs burning.
Poor Chris.
Burn it, mate.
So this is the Keo Nano. I'll give you some specs on it. This is possibly, I'm not entirely sure. It sounds as though it could well be the very smallest DNA 75C regulated squonk ATI available to anybody anywhere. And it is absolutely
tiny, yeah.
I mean, there's a photo there, and that's next to the clicker. That's next to the clicker, which is a small mod in itself. So this is a DNA 75C. It's 18650. But in there, you're getting the Diggy plus 10 bottle. So it's quite a big bottle that you're getting in there. He's kind of maximising it. He's really maximising his space in this one. So it's a 7.2ml bottle in there. There you can see it next to the original. Now, I've got in my hand here an original Kyo. That's an original Kyo in the picture. They are small and ergonomic. They really, really are. And this is much, much smaller than that. You can see there. The dimensions are it's 72 millimeters tall by 41.5 millimeters across and 32 milli at the widest point. And it's kind of 22, but it's kind of it tapers down into 22 mil around where above that scoring bottle there. So it's kind of, you're gonna get perfect. You're gonna get. I mean, this you're flying through the pictures. So you're gonna get a perfectly flush fit with a 22 mil Atty on there, but also your smaller ones, which would suit me down to the ground. So the likes of your 18s, your 16s, and your 14s with a beauty ring on there are going to really, really suit this as well. So Delaran Alamide, he's at the minute he is just ordered. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you this, but he's just ordered 10 for Vape Fest. Awesome. He's going to have 10 Alamide 3D printed versions available at Vape Fest. If you want to go to one of the pictures there, you can see it's so small there isn't even room, excuse me, for a door for a battery door. So you can see it's an exposed battery. Now that there is from the very first prototype. I've been speaking with Chris, and there's been a little bit of a change, in so much as that left hand side plate is going to be just a tiny bit thicker. They're both going to be rounded. It's going to kind of frame the battery a little bit more. Yeah. I thought when I first looked at that, it looked as though there was kind of a bit of a. It could have been more kind of symmetrical and more, like I say, a frame in the battery. So that's been changed, and the 10 prototypes. Sorry, the 10 prototypes. The first 10 that are going to be at Vape Fest are going to be slightly different. They're going to look slightly different. And Chris has been using it. He reckons it is absolutely spotty dog. It is. He loves it.
This is the one and only mod that is on my hit list for Vape Fest.
I mean, doesn't
it
look
couldn't possibly be any smaller. It's as small as it can be to get a battery in there, isn't it?
I think it's. I think he's used his space very. You know, Chris is like he's borderline genius. Is he? I don't know.
I think so. It's great modder.
I remember the first time I saw Clicker at Expo this year, and it absolutely blew me away. There was nothing anyone had got that looked like that.
This has got me super duper excited about it. And I don't want to say I'm by far means bored of vaping, but a lot of things are very, very, very similar. And this
popped on.
Is he there?
He's in chat.
Excellent. So it'll be an answer. I've got some nerdy facts from Chris though. The original Kyo, the one I'm looking at here, is 109 cubic centimeters in volume. That's the size. The Kyo Nano, 78 cubic centimeters.
Taking a quarter off of it.
It's nearly 30% smaller. It's 28.4% smaller, and he's going to have, like I say, he's going to have 10 of them available at Vape Fest. If you want one, get there early because I think they're going to fly out the door. I haven't got a price just yet, but I will bring you a price as soon as
I know, Chris. It'll be competitive.
I'm going to be talking about it. I think. The more information when Chris gets the next version pictures available with like I say with a slightly different battery entry, I'm going to bring pictures of that. But I will also say this: it's great, it's super duper great. But Chris is also going to have swipes at you know what the swipe is, the squonky pipe.
I love it. Swipe.
The squonky pipe. He's going to have squonky pipes at Vape Fest.
Have you had one? You haven't had one in your hand yet, have you?
I haven't.
Oh,
I cannot wait to see one. Now, I'm not really planning on Vape Fest. For me, is not about buying gear.
Don't touch it.
However,
stay away from it.
I have plagued Chris about making the swipe, and he said, and the thing is, the swipe is really complicated to make. It's in 2 parts, and it takes a lot of time and effort to put one together. And he said he wasn't going to put them into production. However, he has done that, and they're going to be available at Vape Fest. So if you're going to go to a stall at Vape Fest, the
Great. Yeah.
the CSM style is going to be very popular. I think.
Can't see.
It's proper exciting. I think it's. I see it. It's really piqued me interest. I like the look of it. Chris is a great modder. He's exciting stuff. So that is the Keo Nano. See them at VFest. The next thing is something that's been out a little while. Mark Todd mentioned it the other day. Post in one of his own groups. I was going to say post chat, but it wasn't post chat. And this is the Coil Art D Pro Mini RDA. And I should have pictures of this as well. I've ordered one of these today. I owned and ordered about it the other day. Now, these are only 20 quid. These are 20 quid actually. And it's obviously it's a squonker. And it looks kind of like a Laura 20 mil, 22 mil that are out there at the minute at a much higher price tag. It kind of looks a lot like, your high-end 80, 100 quid, 120 quid squonker. These are out there. It's from Coil Art. It's 314 stainless steel, which I'd never heard of. Plus, I had a little bit of digging. 314 stainless steel is apparently a lot like 310 stainless steel, but with the highest silicon content, leading to like an increased temperature oxidation resistance. It's a single coil postless deck, as you can see there from the photo there. It's a postless deck. You can kind of, if you go to the next picture there, it will say a coil actually in there. You're going to poke your coil legs in there. It's a single coil actually, as you can see. The airflow is nice and close to that coil. I like how close that airflow, the way it's all kind of boxed in there. It's kind of hitting the coil, bosh, straight on. It's got a nice deep juice well. You got a extra BF pin. It's a BF actually as well. I think that what looks like a regular pin in there, but it's definitely BF'd. You get 3 drip tips for it. You can see you can get a little shorty, which is already installed. You get an 8 millimeter curved job, and you get a 30 millimeter mouth to lung drip tip. They're not great looking drip tips, but you get 3 included in there. I have seen today that Ryan Doe has made a lovely little drip tip for these. I don't know whether he's going to put them in production.
Gareth in chat is vaping on one right now. It's very good.
I don't know whether.
I will say, Mark, the puppet master himself, Mark Todd, has just said in chat, bin the drip tips. They're all shit. That's the only bad thing about it.
Yeah, but like I say, Ryan Doe is starting to knock them. Certainly knock one up today, and knowing Ryan, they will then go into production, and I can imagine he brings them out in every single colour of it. If you've seen what he's knocking out lately, he has got the widest selection of materials I have ever seen. I mean, we mentioned him a few weeks ago, and he's just building and building and building. I think if it can be made into a drip tip, he's basically making it into a drip tip at the minute. So this is the D Pro Mini. So in the box, you're getting a D Pro Mini, you're getting the curved drip tip, you're getting the metal drip tip, you're getting the regular drip tip, you're getting an accessories bag, getting a pre-cut fuse cotton coil. I'll not put that in there because I'll be putting in a regular round wire build, and then you're getting some cotton in there as well. Today, I ordered one today. I paid $19.99 and I paid £3 postage and packaging. It's getting delivered to us for $22.99, and it should be here before the weekend. I'll keep you updated. I'll let you know where it's like tomorrow. Next week. On the website, they've got a plethora of colours. However, the black and the stainless steel were the only ones that are actually available to buy. Whether they actually, I mean, it was a bit like that with the Saver, where they showed lots of colours, but the black and the stainless steel were the only ones actually available. Whether they go into production at a later date, got no idea. It's a tiny little laddie. I think it might be. It's getting great reviews. It's already sold out in a few places. If you're going to grab one, I'd maybe try and grab one now, because I think they're really kind of generating a bit of popularity, and it's 20 quid. It's 20 quid. It looks cool, and I think it would look super duper on a Keo Nano. I really do.
20 quid.
20 quid, man. And that's me modern natty news for this week. I did want to mention quickly the UKS raffle has just been drawn tonight. Gia Hannon did a cracking job there.
He really did.
He did live. I mean, for his first.
Good man. Jay is knocking it out of the park at the moment. Piss funny. Yeah. We sat with Jay around Chris Scott's at Expo.
Bro.
I just doing really, really well. It's really great to see it when someone just gets the bit between their teeth and goes. Jay's
it seems like he's been given the opportunity with admin on UKS to do the bit, and he's really stepped to the plate. Good on you, Jim. He's got to try a Batava this evening as well. Should we do try a Batava? Should we do that? Speaking of try a Batava,
do it.
Awesome. This is
24 minutes.
Yeah, well, easy. We have got a high quality try of Batava this week. I really think it is some of the best we've ever had.
There was a really great one. I think you got.
Yeah, a couple of good ones, a couple of really, really good ones.
Let's jump into it, shall we?
Yeah, go for it, Rick.
First up.
Okay, dorky. Let's. So who's this from?
Andre Labin.
Excellent. I knew it was from. I just wanted you to pronounce it. So this is from Andrea. This is. I followed George Takei on Twitter, and he posts a lot of crazy stuff. But this one, I'd seen this video but not seen this screenshot. This is some dude making a giant
Lego man, wasn't it?
Giant Lego man, absolutely.
I will say, I think this is a reach.
No.
It looks like an Natty.
It looks just like a Natty. I mean, you've seen the Salix with the.
Let's watch the chat and see what they say.
With the slam cap on, I think that looks like a Salix with a slam cap on.
That's the guy that does the airflow testing bit on YouTube. It looks like something out of his workshop.
It looks as accurate as what he does. They're saying next in chat.
Yeah, bring them on. Next one. Let's fly through them. Oh, this is small. Is this from Bob?
Yeah, Bob.
Give me that.
There we go. That's a little.
So that reminds me. That's a Carto tank.
Yeah, that's an Natty.
It totally could be, couldn't it? Totally could be. That's from Bob. Thanks very much, Bob. Next one is from Dan Stockdale, I think.
It is.
Give me that.
And this is the. It's a helical LSD. I don't know. They used to be made of paper when I was a lad. That's built-in kind of flooring.
Really natty with 510. It's already sorted. Bang it.
It's good. Next one. This is Mooch. He saw it, reminded him of it, and he took a picture. He sent it in. Bish bash bosh. Next one. Derry Murphy. This one says RDA in the title.
No, reach.
No, having that. I didn't think you would like this one, John. I really didn't think you'd like this one. It's got RDA. It's the Mattel Avatar RDA Scorpion gunship. It says RDA in it. It only gets 2 reviews, 2.5 stars. I'm not going to buy one of them. 110 quid. Next one. £40 delivery. This is from Gary Dibley, I think. Yes, it is. He was having a rake.
It's a car. It's a. I get it.
It's a cigarette lighter thing.
Cigarette lighter.
I think it is, but look, it looks a little bit like it could be a vapey thing.
It looks like at the bottom of an MM510.
That's a polishing rig.
A polishing rig, yeah.
Yeah.
It's many things to many people, and it reminds them of.
I like the fact he's got a just had Nick and the idea.
Next one, keep on going. Let's keep on going. Next one's from Herbie.
Yeah, that's up there. That's fucking good.
It is good. It's damn good, isn't it? You know what? I'd really quite like to see just a regular LCD display on a mod. You know, we're getting OLEDs, we're getting TFTs and all that sort of malarkey.
The first thing that springs to mind is, where does that probe go?
Is that not a?
Oh yeah, it could be.
Yeah, breathalyzer.
Could be something like that. I think it's measuring some sort of units of thing in your lungs. I could be totally wrong. That could be Jap's eye. I've got no idea.
I don't know what 7-segment displays used to be big, didn't they? But not anymore.
No idea. Next one, Jim Story. Few people like this one. I was like, is it really? Look at that. Looks like
that was good.
ginormous batteries.
Ginormous batteries.
Yeah, I like that
The
one.
Domo Plus, new from Ecolux. Next one.
It's good.
It's from Warg.
No, it's a repeat.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I've seen this one.
Oh, it's a repeat, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Possibly.
James.
Possibly, you know what it is? We do these too late. I've had a few beers. I can't always remember all of them.
I think you'll find that Colin actually commented on it that he'd already sent that to you.
Sorry, Colin, mate. Sorry, Colin. Okay, let's go to the next one. This next one from Freight. It should be a video. Very, very short. Play again. Look at Tennant's face there, though. Look at Tennant's face.
Oh, look at Tennant. He's doing Tennant acting.
That is a mech he's holding there, though, isn't it?
It totally does look like. And then the fella there, he's some sort of cloud blower. He's going, look at the size of mine. I've got quadruple stacked 26 650s in here, or something like that. I don't know. I don't watch Doctor Who. Good. It was good. I liked it though. You can see him just by the still there. It looks just like he's got a mod in his hand.
As I said to him at the time, David Tennant. No.
Okay, next one.
Len Burgess.
I liked it. I liked how simple it was.
They're clothes peg springs, aren't they?
Clothes peg springs, yeah. Liked it.
Nice selection of them though. I don't know whether this is a picture he took himself or he've been dismantling clothes pegs for whatever reason.
They have serious gauge of wire on those, isn't there?
Everybody has to have a hobby.
I would be shocked if someone hadn't attempted to put one of those in an
It would be a very low build.
I bet it's happened.
Someone's got to have tried it.
Yeah,
and it's galvanized steel, isn't it? I mean, anyway, don't. For the love of God, don't do that.
It'll end badly. It will definitely.
That is not safe.
Let's move on before people say too much. You've seen too much already. Let's go. This is from Lisa Bennett.
Oh, this was Richard Vick's Heart, cold and black with vaping rings coming out of it.
It's. I think this is vaping on an entirely different planet. I think this is possibly Alpha Centauri have picked up.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It did remind me of vaping.
It is vaping, that thing, isn't it?
It reminded me of Richard Vick.
Next one.
It's hot.
Thanks, Lisa.
Oh, that's good. I did not see that.
Mike Davies.
And it's a good one because he snapped his picture himself. He saw a dude. He saw the iOS thing. He snapped a picture. It's good. These are proper. The core of what is Triumph of Batava. People see
real world experiences of these things, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Let's move on. Next one. Paul Abson is the next one.
Oh, okay.
So Omi apparel.
Omi apparel. We should bring out our own range of shorts. Why don't we do that? Why is there no Omi beachwear?
We need to do that. We do need to Omi apparel. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Next one. Let's bring it on. Next one's a video again. This is from Paul Iverson. This one's a little bit reachy, I think. A little bit reachy from Paul.
Oh, I've seen. I saw
it was reachy because I watched the advert because it was on Wish. It's for a fucking if you're a virgin and you need
it's a well-made thing though, isn't it? It's lovely.
It's really not. When you see the whole thing, it's really shit.
I thought I'd seen this years ago, John, and I thought this was somebody who handmade lightsabers. I didn't think this was on Wish. I thought this was
people that do that. I've had a couple of people.
I think you did, but James, I will say, it is Wish. I think you did see that video years ago, and I don't think what you're receiving is that.
Yeah, Wish are going to send you a picture of it.
Yeah, you wish that you received that, right?
I think it'll be a fluorescent tube sellotape to a torch. Okay, so that was two from Paul. He always nearly always sometimes brings quality. That's good.
This is a good one, Pete Nixon.
It's from our Pete. It's a cracker, and it's absolutely cracker. And the thing is, I've got no concept of scale on this. That could be a foot long. That could be
a millimeter.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got no idea.
I think it's probably quite atomizer size, actually.
It probably is, isn't it?
It's good, though. It's good. And you get drip tips. 6 drip tips with it.
6 drip tips. Handy. Yeah.
China are doing some great things. Okay, next one.
Richard Jack.
Oh, we're looking at the drip tips, I assume.
I think we are. This is
Yeah,
this is
they
from
are
Richard.
drip tippy, aren't they? Those things.
Yeah, I saw them. It reminded me of
I'll
him.
tell you what, Rick's easily pleased tonight. It's elephant. Yeah, vaping.
The thing is, John, it reminded him of vaping, so he put it on the show.
See, that's how it works, John. Rick gets it, for God's sake, man, John.
Not all about us, is it?
You need the
That's
poison.
right, Rick. They're all
You
about us.
need a guy just pissing in your face the whole time.
Next one is also from Richard Jack. He got 2 this week. This was a big.
It's a load of cartos.
It's like a big carto tank pack that he's taken to some sort of carto convention.
Yeah.
No silence.
John, it reminded him. Just remember that. It reminded him.
Yeah.
Next one's a good one. If Rich was on the show, he'd be like, "Oh my God, I've cloned that."
That was great. That was fantastic.
This is a saver clone.
It is. I almost skipped. This almost got. I saw it earlier in the week. I almost missed this one when I was picking them up earlier on today, because I flicked past it thinking it was thinking it was a saver. I really did. I flicked past it. I almost missed it.
I like the fact that he was burgling at an elderly lady's house. He's already got the carriage clock. He's picked up the gin, and he just spotted it, and he was like, "That reminds me of vaping." Before I leave.
Hardcore Travava. I like it.
Worst
Next
thing
one
is, I
is,
think that's mouthwash he's stealing there.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or gin.
that's cruel. Still no old age mouthwash. Tom Beatty.
Oh yes, this is a good Travatava.
That's good. She's dripping. She's not used to it.
It's even got Ravia in the top there. It's almost like it's a bit there, isn't it? You see it saying it's a Bravia telly. It's like could say try of Ravia.
Rick, you know what you've just gone and done? We're just going to get a whole load of pictures of people's tellies this week.
Try a Bravia.
I've been told. I was told it wasn't a swag bag. Is it a croc bath bag? I didn't even know crocodiles use the bath, but good. At least they're doing it, and they've got a bag.
It was good. I liked it. I liked it a lot. Okay, last one is from Trev. More Trev on. Trev. And all of this is from Google Images. He did actually pass it, but he couldn't take a photo for whatever reason it was. The mod cottage. He saw it. It's the mod cottage. Remind him of it.
Reach-ish.
It did. It reminded him.
And that was this week's Try for Tava.
It's very good, James. Very good. Very good. Very good.
High quality. I liked it a lot. 12 minutes.
12 minutes, and we're straight into. Oh, Brad.
Brad has decided not to prepare news in a bid to save time.
Oh, what a man. What a
That's
man.
my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
What a honey. We're going straight into. Everyone can whistle it better than me. It's going. Do you feel like you've got to start in the car when you do that? I do.
Well, if you're hearing the whistle, it's that time of the week once more where we show you some mods from the wonderfully talented modders that frequent those wonderful pages on facebook.com. And what they did first is they searched for mod showcases. They found the group, they joined it, and they posted up some pictures of the mods that they made for our viewing pleasure. And this week, we've got 2 to show you from people who we know them all. We know them already. We see their stuff all the time. But they're the people who are making the mods, so I'm going to show them. First one, we've got Matt Johnson. He's made a new squonker.
Fine mods.
From Fine Mod. He's made a squonker this week, and I think it's blooming lovely. It's good to see him doing something slightly different. So he's made a regulated squonker that's almost like Koei shaped. Is such a thing?
His lines are so tight now.
Yeah,
Pretty.
it's nice. It's really nice. I like it. It's good that he's making something a bit different.
That's great.
And yeah, I just think it's great. Really good. I mean,
Fantastic little mod. Lovely little tiny screws on the front of the faceplate as well. I really like that.
yeah, little ones up there.
Yeah, he's just thought about it.
Yeah, I just like it. I mean, I've always been a fan of real wood. I mean, but he's actually making some stab wood ones as well
Can you
now.
imagine when you've had that for a while and you've had hold of it, and all the finger oils are going to get in all those grooves. So
They
every
make it
time
even
you
nicer.
wax it, yeah, it's going to be the definition on it's going to get better and better and better.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm still a fan of the natural wood. Not that I've got many natural wood mods, but
It's
I love
gonna end up
stab wood
looking
as
like
well.
a church pew. Great.
Yeah, really nice. That's Matt M. Bates. Good work. Next up, my buddy Herbie made a mod. This
Herbie
McCubbin from Infinio, maker of the Switch Fet. He made a little Switch Fet squonker, and I'm going to show you it. Look at it.
So dinky.
It's lovely. Look at this little sweet thing. Tiny little Hammond box. Switch Fet inside. 18350 battery. It's tiny.
Even a little dinky skunk ball.
Yeah, it's a sweet little thing, isn't it? It's sweet. Yeah, I love it.
He's going to be producing these for sale, though, isn't he, Rick?
I think he sort of made this one, and I think he's got a few to do if people have ordered them.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think that if you vape in that way, if you vape at a high resistance, there's no reason why one of these batteries they chuck out. Well, that says 12 amps, but they chuck out 10 amps basically.
10
And if you can vape, I don't know, what would that be? Points around the 1 ohm mark.
Yeah,
you're going to easily be within that, and the battery will last because you're not really ripping on it. So, yeah, I think this is just a sweet little mod. Lots of effort's gone into getting it crammed in there.
Go out, going out for a few drinks or something. Take a couple of 350s.
Yeah, it's dinky. Look at it. Look at it. You want to grab it. You want to squeeze its cheek and give it a sweet mod. Don't you? It's lovely. Really nice. I like it. I like to see things different, and it's good to see Herbie making something very, very cool like that. So good on you, fella. And that's what I've got to show you this week on Mod Showcases.
Very nice.
And if you liked it, go and find the group, join it. It's good. It's good stuff.
www.facebook.com. That's where that is.
/search for Mod Showcases.
That's quite good. Keith Jones just said it's a little squinky. That is a good name.
I think he might. Yeah, did he call it that? He might have
even call it Squinky. I like Squinky.
Yeah, Squinky's sweet. I like Squinky.
I liked Minfinio or Minifinio.
In Minio.
I think we've done incredibly well with 7 minutes remaining. Brad, you got any news?
Well, in place of news, I'm going to throw a question to chat.
Okay.
Then run it around the room while we wait for chat to catch up.
Okay. Good.
Let's do that.
So I have bumped into 2 ohmies running around the streets in London and noticed where we run different setups out on the road. So I've got my glorious Dacus, which lives with me on my desk, and I exclusively use this at home. I quite often bump into ohmies, and I do it myself, where out in the street I use John's favorite device, where the fuck is my camera? There it is.
You use a blue.
This vinyl predates blue.
Okay. All right.
This I will say, my saving grace is it predates glue. Glue.
Yeah.
Blue.
And you don't buy the pissy pods because you fill it up with your own liquid.
Yeah, exactly. So what do people in chat use? And I'm going to throw the same thing around the group. Is there a sneaky little daily
You fucked with me and Rick, because both me and Rick. So I manage the company I work for, so I can do whatever the fuck I like. So I want my mods with me, whatever I want.
The more question is, what mods don't you take out and vape on? Really, I'd say.
Yeah, fair.
And I've got mods that I don't take out and vape for logistical reasons. I mean, I've got my Beagle for a start.
Yeah, you need a freaking trolley to.
I have taken it out. When I first got it, I took it out. I mean, it's great, it's brilliant, but it's not. It's a little bit on the heavy side, a little bit.
You can get strong arms.
Yeah, you get a strong arm, you work out of it. So that's. And I've got more stealthy ones, but I would say that my Dacus is my stealthy mod.
Mm.
You know, I can have a little puff in the pub and blow it downwards, and no one really minds. When I'm at work, I'll be chuffing on a big old parallel.
Yeah, the RT you have on that Dacus is about the stealthiest I've seen you vape.
Well, and the saver as well. I mean, the saver's pretty stealthy too. Probably stealthier than that because this is a restricted. Well, they're both restricted lung actually. But there's more air on the Derringer than there is on the saver.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is about. Well, I've got the Haku and things like that as well that I use sometimes on my KO, which is pretty stealthy. You know, like I was saying, this is the big KO. You know.
Yes.
That's the big one. But that's as stealthy as I get.
And you, John, things that you don't.
You know my rule. There's nothing that don't leave the house. So nothing.
You're not precious about any of your toys.
No, because every mod maker that I've ever spoke to, apart from the only one I would absolutely give you is the I've already forgotten the fucking name. Behind Rick, the massive mod. Jesus Christ.
Eddie.
The Darwin, the big Darwin. Yeah, I that's fine. I get why I wouldn't take that out if I owned it because it's huge. It's gorgeous, but it's huge. But everything else, every mod maker I ever spoke to didn't make a device for you to put it on the shelf.
No.
So I don't put them on the shelf. They all go out, and they've all got like yeah. Everything goes in my pockets. So mine's a boring answer, James.
I'm the same. I've got a plethora of pouches, and I've got this little. It looks like a bum bag. It's not. It's a 3/4 bag. It goes across my shoulder like so, and that holds a mod in a pouch and some spare juice and a spare battery pack or whatever. And
you sitting in your office chair wearing that, it looks like you've got a seatbelt on.
Safety first, Brad. Safety first. We're traveling at 120. Yeah, so nothing stops in the house. I mean, I didn't when I first got my shadow. When I first get stuff, I'm like, oh no, too good. I'm not taking it. But you know, after a couple of weeks, couple of months, everything comes out. Everything. Whatever I'm vaping at the time, whatever I want to vape, whatever juice is in there, or whatever that I'm vaping. I mean, I had the blue thing, the pound John. I had the blue for a while, and I had that in a jacket pocket, kind of as a backup and kind of as a stealthy thing when you couldn't really vape anywhere else. But I got through 1.5 pods and it leaked and broke. So that's in the bin now, and I gave all the pods away on SV.
It was worth exactly £1.
So I got me pounds worth. But I got about £1 worth. But no, I mean, as a rule, I take my Lucas outwards. That's what goes outwards.
It seems to be fairly split. Chat seems to be fairly split. It seems to be about the same, really. Some people take stuff out, some people don't. Some people are in professions where you can't, and I totally get that. I'm privileged. Well, in the job I've got now and the job before, I used to live 10 meters away from my old office.
I've just read Schwartzy in chat. I think he's making fun of Rick trying to do a stealth vape inside the Chinese restaurant, and he purged while doing a stealth vape.
What was that at the Indian restaurant that night?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was a bit drunk. They didn't mind. We gave them some juice. They were all right.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's a really good question and interesting as well. But I think it does show that some people do it, and some people are in jobs where they can't do it, and I totally get that as well.
Yeah.
You've got to wear a neat little suit. You can't be chucking big mods in there all the time.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I think
that's us. We're exactly at an hour and a half. I think we should try and wrap it up before we go over the 1 minute. This has been the Ideal Aim Show. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. As we said, it's 28 days until Vape Fest this Saturday.
Vape Fest!
You've been absolutely incredible. Thank you very much for watching on this incredibly warm evening. We always hope you have a delightful weekend, and we will see you next Thursday. Good night.
Good night.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Oh yeah.
Yes, like and subscribe or something.
Twice.
Yep. Share.
Join the
Share and like and
notification
subscribe.
We're failing.
Bye.
Cheerio. No?
Still alive.
We're still live.
Go.
Still alive.
Go on. Do one.
It's Rick.
Press the button, Rick. Press the button. We're still alive. A 31. What a 31. Oh, nice.